It's mid-November and the hunt is still on, the rifle hunt for deer in this area, so that's why I'm still in my orange. Regardless, the point is it's time to start feeding the birds. I have feeders all over the place. I just use black oil sunflower seed. But a long time ago, I designed this bird feeder that I used to take around to schools and the kids would build them. The design is right here. I'll make sure I post this. It's super simple to build, man. It's easy. It takes you need a 1x6, is only 4 feet long. You need a 1x6 pine, cedar, whatever you want to use, and 6 feet long. That's all you need, and that'll build this feeder. So these are the plans here. Like I said, I will post them. They're all laid out, old school. And we're going to do this by hand, this one. I'm not going to use any power saws or anything like that. We'll just cut it by hand to show you how easy it is to do. Okay, the first thing we'll do is we'll cut the base. It's super simple. It's 5.5 inches wide by 8 inches long, easy peasy. It's a 5.5 inch board. And then what we'll do is we'll cut the back, which is the same idea. It's just one cut, another cut, and then we'll cut the roof, and then we'll cut the sides. So the base is just simply 8 inches long. Mark out your 8. Square it off. Go for it. The next measurement we want to do, so that's, we've got the base cut. Next one's going to be the back, 5.5 by 9 inches. Okay, so we got the base, the back. Let's cut the roof now. So the roof is again 9 inches long, and then we're going to cut that again for the hinge part. But what we'll do is we'll cut the roof first. So I need another 9 inches. Okay, the next pieces that we're going to do are the sides. The sides are angled, so they take a bit more to them, right? But we're going to cut 2 8-inch long pieces, and then we'll start laying out the sides and get her all done. I designed this feeder to be pretty easy for kids to do. So your first measurement is going to be the 3 inches, which I've marked here. So that's going to be your 3 inch at the base, right? And then you're going to draw a line from the corner here down to the 3 inch mark. That gives you this angle. Then we'll deal with this angle next. Okay, you can see I've drawn the angle here, so I'm going to cut it, and then we'll move on with the second angle. And this will be our template for the next side, for the other side, okay? Now what you want to do is measure 6.25 inches from the bottom corner here up. So that's 6 1/4 inches. All right, there. And then you simply draw a line between that mark and your corner here. That's your roof line. Beauties. That piece that you just cut for the side, let's use it as a template for the other side. Now I've marked that. Follow your lines right through. Unless you have a skill saw, if you're going to cut by hand, you got to follow your lines right through. The next thing we're going to cut is the front, which is 6 inches, so we'll cut a 6-inch piece off of this wood, and then we got to trim it down to 4 inches wide. That's going to go on the face here. Now you can use plexiglass for this or something of that nature. I just use a wood front, don't matter. It doesn't have to look pretty, it's going to feed birds. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, this is going to be the last cut now. If you notice on the roof line here, that's the roof. We have to cut it. Okay, we're going to cut, that's 9, we're going to cut a 3-inch piece. So we'll cut a 3-inch slice off. It'll be hinged here. Take some sandpaper, put it around a sanding block, and just give your edges a nice clean finish, right? Pre-drill your holes, okay, so your wood doesn't split. You can nail this together or use screws. I'm using 1.5 inch number 8s. Just regular outdoor wood screws. Deck screws, really. I guess the only critical part about this is making sure that everything lines up, right? Okay, it's the back. That's your base. Sides next. Pre-drill. Again, make sure you line it up. This is the only part of the roof section that gets screwed down. Okay, for your hinge you can use whatever you wish. I'm just using an old piano hinge that I found in the barn here. When you set your piano hinge up, always close half of it over top of your... It just aligns it, that's all. Close it over top of the piece that you're screwing it to, okay? Number 10 by 3/4 screws for this. Or number 8 by 3/4, don't matter. That's where you fill the seed. We're pretty much done. There's two things you can do here. When you build a feeder like this, you can put pieces of wood around here to capture the seed. Sometimes I don't like doing that. I know it sounds a little weird, but the reason is the seed's going to fall out anyway. And if you put a capture point around here, what happens is water gets trapped here. And it starts to just sit and make the seeds go all weird. I decided to put front strips on anyway. I don't know why I did it, but I'm doing it. It kind of gives it more of a finished look, I suppose. It'll be okay. This wood was previously stained. Stain's not really a big deal to the birds. It doesn't really much matter. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to torch it and burn it up. Just to make it a little more camouflaged and to kind of seal the wood a bit, right? Like you'll see. There we go. Hey, chill out, coach. Okay, there it is. That's the finished product. Super easy to build. Again, it's a 5/4 by 6 board. Just grab one of those from the hardware store, from the lumber store. It can be even the new PT stuff, which is sienna wood. It's fine. There's no arsenic in it. This is just pine, old pine that I had found. So the food goes in here. Chickadees love these, man. They love them. I'll drill a hole in the back so I can mount it on a pole. But you can hang it too, right? You can put a hanger right here, like a D-ring right here, and you can hang it. You can do whatever you want with it, right? Post mount it. Good to go. Not only that, kind of blends in. Beauties. Okay, we're gonna go put it up. Okay, the feeder's up. It's one screw in the back, that's all you need. You can move it wherever you wish, right? To fill it, I just use a one of these little scoops. And again, I use black oil sunflower seeds. And one scoop fills it up nice. Seeds pour out in the bottom. You'll probably get ripped down tonight by a bear or something. We'll see what happens. So again, it's super easy to build. Doesn't take long. And it'll take you about an hour if you hand cut everything. If you don't hand cut and you use an actual tool to cut, like a machine, then it'll take you about half an hour to build it. You might have to make some adjustments to the measurements depending on what thickness of wood you use. Super easy peasy. It's all good.